This quaint Alaskan town is home to just over 1,000 people, a handful of bars, a mayor as their cat, and the perfect launching spot for Denali. Let's get tipsy in Talkeetna, y'all. If you're new around here, I'm Sam, and this is my husband, Chris. We've been traveling across North America in our RV since 2019 and have been exploring Alaska this summer. We spent the most epic 24 hours hiking in Hatcher Pass before we packed up our home and drove roughly 2 hours north to Talkeetna. Nestled in the shadow of North America's highest peak, Denali, is the charming town of Talkeetna. We spent 2 days here exploring the town before taking a Flightseeing tour to see the mountain itself. Where we parked, there is a trail into downtown Talkeetna, so we are, we believe, on it, heading that way to go check out the downtown. A very easy to walk town. It's really just one main street with lots of different bars and hotels that you can stop at. Our first stop took us to Denali Brew Pub, where we got a flight to Split. After our flight, we head down to the infamous spinach bread truck to try it for ourselves, and boy, were we not disappointed. It was gooey, delicious, the cheese melted in your mouth. Highly recommend. The historic Fairview Inn has been serving guests since 1923, so we popped in for a quick drink. While here, we heard that the mayor of Talkeetna is a cat, so we went to explore to go find her, which took us to the West Rib Cafe and Pub. It didn't take long for Mayor Aurora to make her appearance at the bar, and we were delighted to make her acquaintance. She couldn't hang out long because of all of her mayor duties, so we also took that note to go home and rest for the night.
Hello. Oh, hello.
The main reason we came to Talkeetna was to take an air taxi to go over the summit of Mount Denali. Upon checking in, we got some waterproof boots that were super stylish before meeting our captain and boarding the plane. Chris was selected as the co-pilot, which gave him a unique view for this adventure. From Talkeetna, the tour is roughly 2.5 hours, which takes you all the way to Denali, where you get to go over and around. You have a glacier landing before heading back to town. The ride out was relatively uneventful until you start to reach the base of the mountains. From here, you can see 2 other very large peaks, as well as Denali itself. Denali is over 20,000 feet and is the largest mountain in North America. This airplane's cabin was not pressurized, so once we went over 14,000 feet, we wore oxygen masks. In my opinion, this only added to the adventure. Soaring high above the mountain peaks, this particular flight is going to take us over the summit of Denali. There's actually 2 summits for Denali, as it's not a peak mountain, and we're going to fly straight through the middle. What you can see here is the North Peak, which is the higher of the 2 peaks, and the one that most people do try to summit, as it's a few hundred feet taller. This flight did leave us speechless, which is why we're going to let all the videos speak for themselves. This tour had us landing on the glacier for about 30 minutes, where we were able to jump out and explore. We both agreed that our time on the ground was just too short to take in all the sights before we hopped back on the plane to head towards Talkeetna. This 2.5-hour tour definitely left its mark on us, and we really have a hard time putting into words just how spectacular it was. Once back on the ground in Talkeetna, we packed up the RV and started to drive towards Denali. Coming up next, we drive north to Denali National Park, where we spend lots of time hiking and exploring. This is one of the largest parks in the country, and even our time here was not enough. We also got to meet a new ranger and several other unique animals we hadn't seen along the way yet. And we even found some local booze too. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers!